Hi, this is Brenda Ingram with Refined Hope Inspiration. I want to share with you 2 Corinthians 4:8. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. We are persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. And this scripture meant a lot to me as a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Having gone through 7 surgeries in 6 years, I hung on to this, knowing that God was not going to allow me to be destroyed or crushed or, in despair. And this is a great scripture for you. And I had people telling me with all that I went through that I should write a book. And I said, I am not a writer, which I'm not. But I got to thinking, you know what? If God can use a donkey to talk to Balaam, then he can sure use me. And he can use you. We are better than a donkey. And I'd like to share a story with you that comes from the book that God gave me. This book was written in 3 weeks. It's called He's Looking at You, Kid. It is chock full of scriptures and stories of how God used things in my life to get me through all the things that he did. And today I'd like to share a great story with you called Carrots, Eggs, and Coffee. A young woman told her mother how hard things had been for her, how she wanted to give up and was tired of fighting and struggling. Have you ever been there? I certainly have. When one problem was solved, a new one arose. Her mother took her to the kitchen, filled 3 pots with water, and placed them on a high fire until they began to boil. In the first pot, she placed carrots. In the second, she placed eggs. And in the last, she placed coffee beans. She let them sit and boil without saying a word. In 20 minutes, she turned off the burners, fished the carrots out, and placed them in a bowl. She pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. Then she poured the coffee into a bowl. She asked her daughter, "Tell me, what do you see?" "Carrots, eggs, and coffee," the daughter replied. Her mother asked her to feel the carrots. She did and noted that they were soft. The mother then asked the daughter to break the egg. She observed that the egg was hard-boiled. Finally, the mother asked the daughter to sip the coffee. The daughter smiled as she tasted its rich aroma. The daughter then asked, "What does this all mean, Mom?" Her mother explained that each of these objects had faced the same adversity, boiling water, but each had reacted differently. The carrot went in strong, hard, and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the boiling water, it softened and became weak. The egg had been fragile. Its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior. But after sitting through the boiling water, its inside became hardened. The ground coffee beans were unique, however. After they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. "Which are you?" she asked the daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Which am I? Am I the carrot that seems strong, but when pain and adversity do come, do I wilt and become soft and lose my strength? Am I the egg that starts with a pliable heart, but changes with the heat? Did I have a fluid spirit, but after a death, a breakup, a financial hardship, or some other trial, have I become hardened and stiff? Does my shell look the same, but on the inside, am I bitter and tough, with a stiff spirit and a hardened heart? Or am I like the coffee bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance that brings the pain. When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and flavor. If you are like the bean, when things are at their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. When the hour is the darkest and trials are at their greatest, do you allow God to take you to another level? May you have enough happiness to make you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough sorrow to keep you human, and enough hope to make you happy. The happiest of people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything that comes their way. The brightest future will always be based on a forgotten past. You can't go forward in life until you let go of your past failures and heartaches. Most importantly, you cannot change people. You need to know that you cannot change people. But you can change the way you handle adversity. which just might encourage others to strive for change. When you were born, you were crying, and everyone around you was smiling. Live your life so that at the end, you are the one who is smiling and everyone around is crying. May we all be coffee. I hope this encouraged you today. God bless.